Robert wczoraj nie zdążył na samolot, o czym państwo w ogóle nie wiedzą, że ten wieczór wisiał na włosku. I ja nie zdążyłem go spytać, czy to było tak jak w tym moim ulubionym kawale, kiedy dzwoni telefon, facet odbiera, ma samolot za parę godzin i czy pan zamawiał budzenie na 6? Tak, tak. Oj, to prędziutko, prędziutko, bo już prawie 9. Może to tak było.
Your ancestors. You choose your ancestors, our ancestors. Ralph Ellison wrote. And now, my fellow descendants, we endure a moment of charismatic indecency. Falsehood beyond shame. Our Polish Zadie, Czesław Miłosz, and our African-American boogie grandmother, Gwendolyn Brooks, endured worse than this. Fight first, then fiddle, she wrote. Our great-great-grandmother, Emma Lazarus, wrote that the flame of the lamp of the mother of exiles is, quote, imprisoned lightning. Oh, fellow children of exile and lightning, the indecency does construct its own statuary. But our uncle Ernesto Carinal says, sabemos que el pueblo la derribará un día. The people will tear it down. Miłosz says, beautiful and very young are poetry and philosophia, meaning science. Poetry's ally in the service of the good. Their enemies, he wrote, have delivered themselves to destruction. Un día, very young, beautiful and very young, meaning recent. Oh, that long ancestral view of time. Inheritance, El pueblo, fellow exiles, all the quicker our need to fight and to make music, to fiddle and fight. As Gwendolyn Brooks wrote, as Gwendolyn Brooks wrote, El pueblo la terminara un día. Too civilized a space.
When I was in my teens and early 20s, I did want to be one of these people. And my instrument was, the main instrument I played was the saxophone. The saxophone is a European instrument, right? No, it isn't, is it? It's an American instrument. In fact, it is a black American instrument because it was made so by geniuses. A monosyllabic European named sax invents a horn. Walla whirly-dee-wah. A kind of twisted, brazen clarinet. But with its column of vibrating air shaped not in a cylinder, but in a cone, bois, widening infinitely outward and spouting infinitely upward through an upturned, swollen golden bell rimmed like a gloxinia. Like a gloxinia flowering in Sax's Belgian imagination. In Sax's Belgian imagination. And in the unfathomable matrix of mothers and fathers. A genius graven humming into the cells of the body. Or saved, cupped in the resonating grail of memory. The resonating grail of memory changed and exchanged, as in the trading of brasses, pearls, ivory, calicos, and slaves, slave laborers and slave girls. Pearls, calicos, ivory, slaves, slave laborers, and slave girls. Two cousins in a royal family of Niger known as the Birds, or Hawks. In Christendom, one cousin's child becomes a, quote, favorite Negro, end quote, ennobled by decree of the Tsar. And he founds a great family, a line of generals, dandies, and courtiers, including the poet Pushkin. The poet Pushkin killed in a duel concerning his wife's honor, while the other cousin sails in the belly of a slave ship to the port of Baltimore, where she is raped and dies in childbirth. The other cousin sails in the belly of a slave ship to the port of Baltimore, where she is raped and dies in childbirth. But the infant will marry a Seminole. And in the next chorus of time, their child fathers a great hawk or bird, with many followers, among them this great-grandchild of the Jewish manager of a Pushkin estate, blowing his American breath out into the wiggly tune, uncurling its triplets and sixteenths, the Ginza samba of breath and brass, the reed vibrating as a valve, the ether, the unimaginable wires and circuits of an ingenious box here in my room in this house, built 100 years ago while I was elsewhere. It is like falling in love. It is like falling in love. The atavistic imperative of someone's face or voice. The skill, the copper filament, the golden bell full of notes twirling through their invisible element from Rio to Tokyo and back again, gathering speed in the variations as they tunnel the twin-haunted labyrinths of stirrup and anvil, echoing here in the hearkening instrument of my skull. The infinitely upward-turned, swollen golden bell, the unfathomable matrix of mothers and fathers, the great line of dandies and courtiers, the other cousin in the belly of a slave ship, the great hawk or bird. It is like falling in love.
The spirit of being, of the air. heard the medium of each song. Each song, the world, a containment like a hotel room, ready for us guests for our compartment of time there. The Joseph Cornell box, among ephemera as its element, the preserved bird, a study in spontaneous elegy, the stuffed parrot, art, mortal in its cornered sphere. Each room a stanza, rung in a laddered filament, clamored by all us unsteady chambered voices that share it, each one reciting, I too was here. I too was here. In a room, a rhyme, a box, in a song, in the box, in books, each element an instrument, the body still straining to parrot the spirit, a bee of air.